On a barren, desolate world millions of miles away, history was made. With a gentle yet commanding hum, NASA's Ingenuity helicopter rose above the red Martian soil, performing what many once believed impossible. For the first time in human history, powered flight had occurred on another planet. This wasn't just an engineering achievement, it was a declaration of human ingenuity's boundless potential. From Earth, NASA's scientists anxiously awaited confirmation. When the data arrived, it was clear, Ingenuity had completed its flight flawlessly. It spun its rotors, lifted off, hovered, descended, and touched back downfall in the thin Martian atmosphere, where flying is equivalent to trying to hover a drone in air as wispy as the one found 30 kilometers above Earth. This achievement wasn't just about Mars. It signaled something greater, humanity's evolving ability to not just visit other worlds, but to thrive and explore in ways that were once unimaginable. But this moment of triumph also draws attention to a curious and somewhat unsettling truth about our ventures on the red planet. Mars, as alien as it may seem, is becoming a museum of sorts, a place where the remnants of humanity's machines now dot the landscape. Scattered among its dusty plains and rocky craters lie the pieces of our interplanetary ambition, parachutes, heat shields, and fragments of landing equipment. What do these relics tell us about our journey? Are they merely signs of progress, or do they hint at the unforeseen consequences of our growing presence on a planet millions of miles from home? When Perseverance touched down in Jezero crater in 2021, it did so with unprecedented precision, thanks to a meticulously designed landing system. But after its descent, it left behind more than just tracks in the Martian soil. Its parachute, once billowing with purpose, now lay deflated on the rocky surface, a ghost of its once critical role. Nearby, the battered back shell, the protective cocoon that shielded the rover during its fiery plunge through Mars' atmosphere, rested in silence. For engineers, these remnants aren't just discarded debris, they're pages in an unfolding story. Each scar on the parachute's fabric and every dent in the heat shield is a lesson, a testament to the challenges faced and overcome in landing a rover on an alien world. And now, thanks to Perseverance's advanced imaging system, Earthbound scientists can examine these fragments in astonishing detail. What they learn from these discarded pieces will influence the design of future missions, helping humanity refine its approach as it prepares for even greater challenges, like sending humans to Mars. And Perseverance isn't alone in this endeavor. Ingenuity, the small helicopter that accompanied it, has become an explorer in its own right. Initially designed as a mere experiment to test powered flight, Ingenuity has far exceeded expectations. Soaring above the Jezero crater, it captured stunning images of the terrain and, remarkably, provided aerial views of Perseverance's parachute and back shell. These images do more than document history, they inspire a new dimension of exploration. With aerial scouts like Ingenuity, the day may come when entire regions of Mars can be mapped with ease, or when astronauts can rely on such flying companions to chart safe paths across treacherous landscapes. Meanwhile, Curiosity, Perseverance's predecessor, continues its mission in Gale Crater, where it, too, has encountered the remnants of its dramatic landing. Its heat shield, gleaming under the faint Martian sun, remains a symbol of the perilous journey it endured to deliver one of humanity's most advanced rovers to its destination. To some, these fragments might seem like litter evidence of humanity's growing footprint beyond Earth. But to others, they are artifacts, relics of a species determined to reach out and touch the stars. They serve as reminders of the cost of exploration, both in terms of engineering sacrifices and the physical traces we leave behind. Yet, there's a sobering side to this growing collection of Martian space junk. Here on Earth, the issue of orbital debris is already a pressing concern. Low Earth orbit is cluttered with fragments of satellites and spent rocket stages, posing risks to operational spacecraft. Could Mars face a similar problem in the future? As our missions multiply, so too will the fragments of our presence, parachutes, landers, and even tools left behind by future astronauts. While these remnants tell a story of ambition and achievement, they also remind us to consider the long-term impact of our actions. Mars is not merely a testing ground for humanity's ingenuity, it's a world with its own intrinsic value, its own mysteries waiting to be unraveled. And while the fragments we leave behind today might one day become cherished artifacts, they also challenge us to explore responsibly. As perseverance and ingenuity continue their missions, their discoveries go beyond scientific data and images. They weave a narrative of persistence and progress, a story of a species daring to expand its horizons. For future generations, the sight of a broken heat shield or a discarded parachute on Mars may evoke a sense of wonder, much like ancient artifacts do on Earth today. These fragments, preserved in the Martian environment, will stand as monuments to a turning point in history, a time when humanity first set its sights on the stars and began to make its mark, one bold mission at a time. But until that day arrives, our rovers and helicopters will keep exploring, uncovering the secrets of Mars and leaving behind traces of the unyielding human spirit.